Hello and welcome to BBC News, broadcasting to our viewers in the UK and around the world. I am Adnan Nawaz and you are watching pictures which are coming live from Copacabana Beach in the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro, because we're about, well, almost exactly 10 seconds away from New Year's Eve in Rio. The fireworks that you're seeing are supposed to be amongst some of the best displays seen anywhere in the world on a New Year's Eve. And well, we heard earlier that 80,000 or so people had gathered in Edinburgh in Scotland for their New Year's Eve celebrations, 250,000 in London on the banks of the Thames. Apparently there are 2 million people on Copacabana Beach for this celebration. And it is New Year's Eve there and in many parts of Brazil, but not in all of it. There are 4 time zones in the country. So gradually, as New Year's Eve heads westwards, the rest of the country will also be celebrating. But there is going to be a theme of sustainability to these celebrations on Copacabana Beach. Why? Because in June 2012, Rio will be hosting the United Nations Earth Summit. And of course, as the Mayor Eduardo Paes has said, this will be the first event of many expected in the next few years, because in 2014 Brazil will be hosting the FIFA Football World Cup. In 2016 they'll be hosting the Olympics, the first South American country to host the Olympic Games. Dilma Rousseff, the Brazilian president, is also celebrating, because for her it's almost exactly a year since she became the country's first female president. And politically, for Brazil, it's about their growing economy. For Rousseff, it's about her popularity. She has ended, actually, her first year in power with record high popularity ratings of more than 70%. So Happy New Year to Rio de Janeiro. Well, let's have a look now at how the New Year has been welcomed elsewhere in the world. Wendy Urquhart has this roundup of various festivities across the globe.
London 2012, and it's fireworks all the way. Thousands lined the River Thames as bursts of colour lit up the city's landmarks. From Big Ben to the London Eye to the river itself, a fabulous display of fireworks spilled into the sky in celebration of a brand new year. It was out with the old and in with the new in Scotland, as revellers celebrated in the streets of Edinburgh on New Year's Eve, or Hogmanay as it's known up there. Despite the celebrations in Berlin and many other European cities, the economic crisis still looms large in the EU. France, Italy and Greece have all warned that there are many more challenges ahead. But for one night at least, most people are determined to have a good time. The Kremlin clock tower bells ring out the start of the new year in Russia. Thousands travel for miles to watch the massive fireworks display in Moscow's Red Square on the first night of 2012. In Cairo, it was the past, not the future, that was on the minds of Egyptians. At the start of 2012, they're lighting candles for those who paid the ultimate price and put their hope in the future. Extravagance was the name of the game in Dubai. A spectacular 10-minute-long firework display lit up the world's tallest building to celebrate the new year. A 100,000-strong crowd gathered in the South Korean capital, Seoul. Every year, a copper bell is rung 33 times at midnight to bring in the new year. North of the border, Pyongyang delivered a sobering message, though, calling on all North Koreans to defend the new leader Kim Jong-un to the death, and to be prepared to act as human shields if necessary to defend their leader. The mood was much more celebratory in Hong Kong's Victoria Harbour, where huge crowds watched in awe as fireworks and lasers filled the night sky. China marked the new year with 108 strikes on the bell of eternal happiness in Beijing to bring good fortune to all in 2012.
3, 2, 1,
And in Sydney, Australia, it was all down to the music. Some 7 tons of fireworks were fired from city buildings, harbour barges and Sydney Harbour Bridge in note-perfect precision. Wendy Urquhart, BBC News.